All righty, folks. Geriatric emergencies. Thoughts for the day. You likely will not remember anyone, the patients or their family, you come in contact with, but they will likely remember you for the rest of their lives. Because you're going to be visiting them on the worst day of their life. It's going to be the third or fourth call of the day for you. But for them, it's going to be the worst call of their life, worst day of their life. Be sure your actions and your words leave the impression of you with those people that you want to be left for life. Just a thought. Any questions? All right. Geriatrics. We have over 50 million geriatrics here in the United States.
Are most of them in politics?
Pretty much. Well, one less now that Feinstein's. Well, actually, I think she's going to run again. Yeah. Yeah. But California's got about 10 or 15 million ghost voters that are going to support her. She's a ghost.
I'll go for
Oh, it's spooky. It's Halloween. Anyway, she's only like 103 when she died. Anyway, the reason why we have so many geriatrics is because after World War II, which ended in 1945, everybody came home and breeded. And we had this massive population explosion, which are now all geriatric. Any questions? So this is a huge part of society and a huge part of the healthcare industry. They're one of the biggest users of the biggest categories of healthcare use. So there's a couple of special things. You don't have your friend Pat with you like you do with kids, but we do have a special tool for you. We're going to teach you about. So some of the biggest things is showing respect, give them a high level, and the biggest thing is to speak slowly and wait for the answers. They actually think about what they're saying, unlike us, just blurt out the first thing that comes into our mind. They actually measure their words. And be patient with them. As Tyler and Warren will tell you, they have to be patient with a geriatric like me for all day long. And with dementia, yes. I lent my crutches to Heather, so. But I'm getting Jackson's scooter tomorrow. Power scooter.
Wow.
That's power scooter, so I can walk Lewis still. Huh? No, we're putting strobes. All right. You guys behave yourselves. Use old stage. Get it, old stage. We're doing geriatrics. So polypharmacy, here we go. Here's that tool. It's the GEMS diamond. If you want to go home early tonight, you're gonna have to know your GEMS diamond. Normal aging, they have a typical presentation for their age, or they look older. I gotta tell you, I pick up people that are 5, 6 years younger than me all the time that look like they're 20 years older than me. Environmental. Is their environment they're living in or they're in is currently safe and appropriate for someone of their age? And of course, your assessment, past history, polypharmacology is a huge issue with geriatrics. That's what we're talking about. And then social assessment. Do they have the needs? Are they alone? Are all their friends and their family dead? Are they in a community? Do they have a support group? That's your GEMS diamond, excellent assessment tool. You should bring your GEMS diamond with you on every geriatric patient assessment. Any questions? All right. Leading causes of death in geriatric folk. Heart disease kills 1 out of every 2.5 people in the nation, whether they are geriatric or not. Cancer. I think we already went over this. What's the leading risk factor of cancer?
Death.
Death. No, death is the end result of cancer. It's not a risk factor.
Oh.
Dead people don't get cancer.
Smoking.
Yeah, no. Nice though that the media has told you that. Nope. When I tell you, you're all gonna go, oh, of course. No, not nicotine, not alcohol, not the sun.
Immune system?
No,
Exercise.
no,
Food.
no,
Oxygen.
no,
Obesity.
no. Age. The longer you are alive, the better the risk of cancer. You're gonna get it eventually. Next one after cancer is stroke. Predominantly higher in geriatrics at golf. Just kidding.
That's good. That was a good one.
COPD. Your lungs, your respiratory system just does not work as well as it did when you were younger. The diabetes and trauma, because they're not able to compensate like younger healthy people can compensate for traumatic injuries. Any questions? Trying to stay away from stereotypes. Don't assume that they're confused. Find out what their baseline mental status is. Are they normally fully conversive and alert, oriented person, place, time, and event? They may have a sedentary lifestyle, they may not. A lot of older people that can stay fit and lead very active lives. I worked with a guy for 12 years that was had already retired from a full career as a homicide lieutenant for the sheriff's department. Then it started the 80J program at COS and retired 20 years after that. Then he drove truck for 8 years. Then decided to become an EMT. He did that for 12 years. And now he's been a volunteer at the hospital for 7 years. And he's still grabbing people by the throat that are a fourth of his age and pinning them against the wall when they get out of line. Oh yeah, and all he does is puts his dog in the back of his truck, goes to Seven Sons, and goes to the hospital, hangs out in the ER,
Oh, it's that.
catches mayhem. Gene,
Yeah.
he's a legend. Huh?
I saw him
He's
Tuesday.
funny.
Yeah, he's a character. Yeah, the whole police academy in here, he started the administration justice program here. 1974, almost 50 years ago. So he retired almost 50 years ago. He's 94. So he retired from the sheriff's department almost 50 years ago and started the program up here. Yeah, 94 and still lives alone and still comes into the hospital every day and still does coffee and donuts like a cop should. That's a stereotype, coffee and donuts.
It's true.
Yeah.
So we'll stay in motion until something else stops it. All right, skin
Yeah.
gets thinner. It takes a lot longer time to heal. The nerves also don't work so the sensory nerves of the skin don't work nearly as well. That's why elderly people have to be really careful in hot tubs and heated
Yeah.
blankets. They can actually burn themselves and not know it. And the respiratory system's just not nearly as functional as it used to be. Neither is the circulatory system. We talk about vasovagal and geriatrics yet? You guys have done the scenario of the dead lady on the toilet, right? Elvis death.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Elvis death is very common in elderly people. We're gonna go over why. So a cardiovascular system, the arteries don't contract and dilate like they used to, so they don't compensate nearly as well. Kidneys don't do as well. nervous system doesn't function as well, the digestive system doesn't function as well. And they lose muscle mass and strength and are more susceptible to injury. So we're talking about the Elvis death. Does anybody even know who Elvis is? Everybody knows how Elvis died?
They don't.
Right, died in the toilet.
Overdose.
It was drugs that blocked him from compensating while using the toilet. So, whenever next time you go poop, check your radial pulse while you're pooping. If you strain to poop, you'll notice it'll go down into the 40s. Because it stimulates your vagal nerve, which is your parasympathetic nervous system, and it actually will suppress your flight down to the point that it slows your heart rate down. So geriatrics are generally on polypharmacology. They're on lots of medications. Got a medication for everything out there. If there's any ailment, the pharmaceutical industry will find a way to kind of build sell you for it. Anyway, a lot of those are narcotic based. Narcotic based dehydrates you. And so now you got someone that's got chronic pain. They're on a medication that dehydrates them, which usually sucks the water out of their colon. So then their GI system doesn't work as well anyway. So they end up getting what's called gastrointestinal blockage or a stool blockage.
You say sodium?
Yeah, absolutely. Or I guess they don't make it anymore. There's a thing you used to be able to buy over the counter at any drugstore. It's called mag citrate. And it's physically impossible to not poop after drinking mag citrate or a couple of water. What it does. Well, it's basic osmosis. Well, you can still do the same thing with Epsom salt. Just pour Epsom salt in a glass of water, drink the whole glass of water, you're gonna go. Because what happens is it's very simple, very, very basic physiology of it's osmosis, simple osmosis. Water always follows sodium. So if you pack your digestive system with sodium, it's gonna pull the water from the interstitial spaces in to your digestive system. So yeah, so if you just take a high sodium content of anything, it's going to do that. So anyway, so now back to the geriatrics. So they've got the chronic pain, they take the narcotic, causes a bowel blockage. They strain on the toilet to try to poop it out. They can't poop it out, they keep straining, their heart rate goes down into the 30s, their vascular system can't compensate for it. So they die. Through the toilet. So their heart rate down, no blood to the brain. Done. Pooping, it's extremely dangerous. It killed Elvis. The king.
He's a hot man. I'm sure.
That was his last hit. Whoa, flipped it. Anyway. Edit that out. True. Polypharmacology. I think we went over this in pharmacology when we did the chapter. I've seen 3 cases where Alzheimer's has been cured by taking geriatrics off all their medications. The Alzheimer's was strictly caused by the amount of medications they were on. One was my own aunt. I think it's funny that my aunt had Alzheimer's.
No, I think it's glorious that she got cured of it.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually nothing to cure. They just took her off the meds. It is. It was quite a story. I didn't tell you guys this story. So my nun was a very traditional Catholic nun, and she was like 91, full-blown Alzheimer's, and she escapes from the convent in downtown Buffalo. And fortunately, she's walking down a back alley in downtown Buffalo, and it's like 2:30 in the morning, which is a dangerous place to be.
Yeah.
And there's a bartender in an Irish bar that's taking out the trash. And here comes a nun walking down the alley. So he's like, oh shit. So he grabs her, brings her inside, gets her a cup of coffee, and calls the convent and says, hey, I got one of your people here.
Yeah.
So they came down, and they said, we can't have her here because the month, it's huge. The convent, it's a school. It's enormous, big concrete institution. But anyway, So they moved her out to the country to this little spot. That's where they put the retired nuns at and figured it'd be safer. So she had to switch doctors. The doctor's looking at her med list. And he's like, I don't even know where to begin with this. He goes, we're gonna take her off everything, then we'll start re-prescribing as symptoms come up.
Yeah.
So they took her off everything in 4 days. Her Alzheimer's completely gone. Person, place, time, event, memories, background is completely pharmaceutically induced. And I've seen 2 other cases since then. The exact same thing. Any questions? It causes all kinds of other problems too. Pharmacology, causes all kinds of issues. And the problem is if it's not closely regulated, when you start getting over 4 meds, big problems associated with it. So always have that in the back of your mind with geriatrics. Geriatric traumas, again, they cannot compensate the way younger people can. They do not have the ability to use compensated shock in the same ways. Same could be, again, it's like straining on the toilet. They're not able to compromise. They don't have the ability to vasoconstrict to raise the blood pressure when something's going on. And heart attacks. So 1 in 4 heart attacks is what we call a silent MI, which means it doesn't have chest pain. And those are predominantly in females over the age of 65. So generally what you're going to see is going to be female, sweating, weakness, and nausea or slight shortness of breath. Those are the classic silent MI symptoms for a geriatric female.
No chest pain.
No chest pain.
No radiating to the back, shoulders,
Nothing.
Wow.
Just I really don't feel good today. They'll be diaphoretic, just like a heart attack. I don't feel good today, and I just feel really tired and weak. That's all they point out. I'm nauseated. That's a classic geriatric female MI, silent MI presentation. And 1 in 4, 25% of them are silent. Oh no. Ways of sending people down old stage. Kirk's never gonna get through it. My wife's pissed. She's coming back from Wairika. Nowhere to go because Mount Shasta Boulevard's completely blocked. His trucks, the entire boulevard is 18 wheelers.
She took it that way too.
That's where they're sending all the other traffic now, Waze is. So it's gonna be blocked now. So I said, Kirk was going out old stage trying to get ahead of it. I don't think he's gonna make it.
Very slowly.
Are there no roads that kind of go up like the highway? No, it's all.
There's hours. So you can go out Stevens Pass and go on 89. That's about a 4.5 hour drive. Or you can go Stewart Springs Road
Come out
and
Ramshorn.
come out Ramshorn. That's
Oh,
about a
shit.
6 hour to 7 hour drive.
Yeah, you probably will.
Hopefully.
Actually, Brooklyn's working the ambulance state. You should be safe.
Oh, God.
We did enough of that. Cows and bears.
Yeah. Deer. Actually, the ambulances and deer don't
That's
do
what
too
I'm
bad.
always afraid of, is a deer, and then it's a goddamn 300-pound bear, it's dead. I'm like, come on, man, can I just get something like 90 pounds and take it home with me?
The raccoon.
Probably would.
Why not?
Okay, so chickens are pretty game.
Fair.
I have them in my backyard every day. I have a dog. I got a good reel there. It's titled Dog Chases Raccoon, Fat Guy Chases Dog. This video of me chasing my dog in the backyard at 3 o'clock in the morning as he's chasing the raccoons. Wolf did. Remember Wolf? Wolf actually battled the raccoon. They're both on their hind legs. Looked like Rocky and Apollo Creed. It won't kill the scratch on his nose, but the raccoon jumped over the
He
fence.
screamed Adrian.
He did. It was a beagle, so it sounded like Snoopy. So it was like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." And that means Adrian. And his eye was like, cut it, Polly.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised the rackets.
It was, well, half beagle, half whippet.
I can tell you.
Yeah. All right, so bowel obstructions. Any questions about the vagal nerve and syncope?
Frank, can you go by one?
Yeah, that vagal nerve, that parasympathetic, that's a biggie. That's a common issue. Vasovagal. Vasovagal.
So is that what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, about the Elvis syndrome.
Yeah, that's this, okay.
Vasovagal. Stimulation of the vagal nerve by bearing down. All right, you can do it right now. Just take your own pulse and then bear down like you're, don't actually poop your pants. Make this class really uncomfortable.
I'll take them.
That's not right. It's just outright.
Holy shit.
But yeah, but if you do it, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll definitely break it down. Sunday, a video we were watching with Warren, and he slowed his heart down to 36. That's what he was doing. He was holding his breath and bearing down while I had the camera on the monitor. It's like, why are you doing that? Any questions?
I didn't know that total, that's crazy, that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's-
Yeah. All right, so the back four of the class. Let's see. What causes your heart rate to go down when you're on the toilet?
Bearing down.
What's it called?
Rhymes with bagel.
Vagal.
All right. All right, you're good. You're good.
That's what it's called.
Williams Garcia, did you know that?
I got the vaso.
I don't know if they're shoes.
Garza, Jesus. I don't know who he is either.
I don't know.
He's that Dodger fan. You're the Giants fan, right?
No, I think you got the yeah.
You are now, right?
Now what?
Sure.
A Giants fan.
Giants.
Diamondbacks.
Like baseball.
Unbelievable.
New York Giants?
She's like, what is this sports ball you speak of?
What's the Dodger dog taste like in October? Nobody knows. All right, altered mental status is another common problem. Do not associate or assume that they are demented and have Alzheimer's. Find out what their baseline mentation is. Wait, this is the new one? So I just assume they're confused because they're old. Any questions? Depression is huge. So females, geriatric females have a higher suicide rate than geriatric males. However, when geriatric males attempt suicide, it is violent, lethal, and successful. Not successful sometimes, not nearly the success rate of males. Higher percentage, they generally don't take the same lethal means to attempt it. Matter of fact, I can't off the top of my head think of a geriatric male suicide attempt I've ever been on that was unsuccessful.
It's pretty sad.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Any questions? So women have the higher attempt rate, but men have the higher success rate.
Got a few geriatric hangings in Trinity for search and rescue where we had to go retrieve.
Really, I've never been on geriatric hanging before. Wow.
One, the bear got him and made a hot mess.
Oh my goodness.
The other one picked a sweet view spot that was just like a 600-foot canyon overlooking just the Trinity River. It was beautiful. Problem was is how he got himself in that tree, and the 600-foot cliff below his feet.
Ah,
It was tricky to get him out,
the challenge.
but it's both times it's been.
Yeah, I've been on a lot of hangings in the woods, but they're all younger people. Always, rarely even over 30.
Both of them had a final cigarette too.
Interesting.
Good for them. Drive-by ones?
Yeah. I didn't see her though.
God, I smelled it.
I smelled her. Oh yeah. And we made jokes about it, which wasn't cool. Because we thought it was just the over. Well, we thought it was the sewage from Twin Arrows to the campground.
Yeah.
But she was actually hanging in the tree right by there.
Was she geriatric?
No. In fact, it's kind of funny when I first moved back to Dunsmore and got back on Dunsmore Fire, when they had someone hanging in a tree, they wouldn't dispatch the department. The chief would just call me and two other guys who get basically a hanging crew. And because those people he knew it wouldn't bother that. So since I was young and skinny back then, I was their attic guy. I would always climb the ladder and put a life rope under their armpits, and pull one on a bite, and then cut them out of the tree, and then just lower them down, and then sheriff's department hold up the body bag at the bottom. We have a pretty good system now. But none of those people were ever over like 30, 35 at the oldest. So like I said, I've been on a lot of hangings, but never a geriatric. Up here in this county, geriatric males is almost always firearms. Pretty consistently.
We wouldn't get called for a firearm. Hang themselves in the woods, that's where we get called.
We do, because usually the 911 is someone screaming and they don't know what's wrong, so they send everybody. All right, advanced directives, and living wills, pulse. If the patient's awake, alert, and of sound mind, they can revoke days at any time they want. You can't go. Sorry, George. Sign a DNR, we can't help you. Don't do that. Laugh all you want. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it done. I'm sure they go, he's got a DNR, so we did nothing. It's like, what? Still got a treat. DNR doesn't kick in until they die. Any questions?
I'm kind of confused about the DNR. So if they're trying to kill themselves.
That's a whole nother Pandora's box.
Yeah.
They're trying to kill themselves and they're a danger to themselves and others. They technically qualify for an involuntary hold.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they've already written their thing. Now you got a legal implication. They've got a DNR or a pulse saying no heroic measures.
They probably do a court if they have a DNR.
Now I don't know of any cases, but it's always an ongoing debate with the ER, depending on who the doctor is. Two completely different schools of thought on that. Any questions? So, elder abuse is largely hidden in society. It's huge. It's out there, and it's in every community. It's as bad as child abuse, and it's completely overlooked. Most people don't see the science. Believe it or not, the flags are almost identical to those of child abuse, but people just don't consider elderly people as being abused, and they actually do. Get abused by their own spouses oftentimes too. Nursing home residents that don't have visitors have an astronomical rate of abuse by staff. It does, including sexual abuse.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, like whose lady that's in the coma for 9 years that ended up getting pregnant.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yeah. One of the care providers was having his way with the body. She was still in childbearing years. Huh?
They find out who it was.
They got. I don't remember what happened. I don't know what happened to the baby or her or. She's in her 30s. To the subacute. So all the same flags, child abuse, pretty much all the same flags. History being accident prone, healing of different stages, vague explanation injuries. One of the biggest ones is psychosomatic complaints. That's actually common in geriatrics. They'll have this big problem, and as soon as you get them out of the environment in the ambulance, and sort of in the hospital, then they're like, "So how's your day today?" So that's how they get out of a very bad situation. Any questions?
Is the procedure for reporting?
Might be a different phone number depending on the size of your county. This county, it's the same one person. Or a tiny county.
Giant.
Yes, giant geography, large in size, small in people.
We have 4 acres.
Yeah. That I didn't know. I would thought Modoc would have been.
Nope, we have 4 acres.
Siskiyou is huge.
Yeah.
People don't realize how big it is because they only think of the I-5 corridor. They don't think of Happy Camp and all the way down to Cottage Grove and all the way up to almost to O'Brien.
Plus,
Have you ever seen the documentary of Jeff Mosher with the murder? It was originally Jackson County SO, but they figured out when they rolled his body off the waterfall, it landed in Siskiyou County. So they kicked it to Siskiyou County SO. Oh yeah, there's a whole one of those detective mystery reality shows on it where they did the entire case. Yeah, because it was the wife and her sister that hated the husband. So they took him out camping in the wintertime in Siskiyou County in Applegate Valley, the very end of Applegate. And then they murdered him and threw him off a waterfall. They didn't figure anyone would find him all the way out there. They did. Because nobody goes out there. That's one of the Jeff is on TV. He's like, who goes camping in a rainstorm in the winter in Siskiyou County? So now every time he shows up on scene, if he's there, I'll come out and say, hey, with everything going okay? It's like, yes. It's one thing I don't understand is that I go, who goes camping in a rainstorm? He's like, ah.
I know a lot of people.
Ugh.
Kangaroo Lake is great ice fishing in the winter. Out on the Callahan.
Yeah, I go winter camping every year. Disneyland, San Diego, Hawaii.
Nice.
That is not camp.
Last winter I went to Key West.
Nice.
Key West?
Glamping.
Nope. Did you take
Camping
a
in a hotel room.
No, I took a cruise ship.
See, no,
Yeah, well, I camped out on the Lido deck. Easier to get back to the bar. Cheers package, man. Get every penny out of it. All right, any questions about elder abuse? Instead of calling child protective services, you call adult protective services. What else say? Call child protective services or adult protective, it just goes to the same person.
Oh.
They're separate reports, but same phone number.
They switch hats.
Absolutely. All right, Jim's Diamond, don't forget your Jim's Diamond. Any questions? Keenly aware of your environment, that's the other thing too. Are they living in an environment that is compatible with life for a geriatric person? A lot of people live in houses that were perfectly fine houses when they were younger and their spouse was alive and all that stuff. But now there's 3 feet of snow on the ground. They have no ability to shovel up. They have stairs and have to get wood from a woodshed that's 20 yards away and 3 feet of snow. Oh, it's Siskiyou EMT class. How can I help you? I know, I'm looking at all three of them are empty chairs. Absolutely. I'm just kidding, Tom. Tom, I'm kidding. I will make an exception because this is an extraordinary circumstance that they can't get out of. It's not like they could leave and just get out of the incident. This is an incident that no one expected and didn't expect it to be on this scale. So, yeah, I know it's going to be bad. So, tell them to get here as soon as they can. All right. Don't. I'm not going to go there. Anyway. All right. Bye. They haven't even gotten the bodies out yet.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. So,
Tom's had a little freaked out.
yeah, well,
Pretty
there's,
rare for Tom. Yeah.
it's bad. If you've seen the video, which videos on social media,
Well,
yeah.
Tom's such a tall guy.
Yeah, pull up the video.
Show us the video. Yeah, yeah.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
we got
it.
pictures.
Learning-
Stop for
learning
Just camera off.
I guess it's on social media. I should be able to show it here, right?
It's already posted to the internet.
They may have taken that. This is bad. This should not be on here.
I heard of the intercom race. I didn't know for an extent like a pirate.
Welcome back.
Right, be gone.
Oh,
It was bad. It was really bad. It was not a good video. I mean, it was a good video. It was bad. It was not appropriate to be on the internet. Put it that way. Especially since if there's someone local involved.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Have the family see it, see the vehicle and know the vehicle. That would have been bad. Video's gone.
It did look right away.
All right. So anyway, so same thing. So stairs, handrails, are they able to live in this type of environment? Again, it's the woodshed 20 yards away and there's 2 feet of snow between the house and the woodshed. They have no way. Those are all APS environment things. Any questions? It's not uncommon in Chicago. You get a heat spell with high humidity to lose 200 geriatrics in a day because they don't have the ability to cool their apartments. Any questions? That's some 80s hair. Again, never assume altered mental status is normal. Always get your baseline. Any questions? History is huge. We can give the medications. It's gonna give you an idea of how what their medical history is based on the medications also. Make sure you use patience, give them time to answer, speak slowly and directly, get at eye level, show respect. Any questions? Any questions? All right. Polypharmacology. You know why that pharmacist is smiling? Because she knows she's making a ton off selling Medicare.
Too real.
Too real. So again, respiratory system doesn't work as well. Common chief complaints. Any questions? Falls. So the big thing is geriatrics and falls, and actually anyone with falls, but mostly geriatrics with falls. Because you want to know what caused the fall. That should be after your ABCs. One of your first questions is what caused the fall? Did they trip over a cat? Did they trip over something in the house? Or did they get dizzy or weak and fall? Because the dizzy and weak could be an arrhythmia, could be a GI bleed, could be a lot of things, which are more life-threatening than the actual complaint of the fall. So that's huge. Motor vehicle accidents, vehicle versus pedestrians, common in the geriatrics. They have burns because burns do not heal as well the older that you are. Questions? No questions. So confounding factors in trauma assessments are previous injuries and previous medical problems. Their medications they're on. That's another one too. So if someone over the age of 65 has a ground level fall, strikes their head, and they're on blood thinners and they're altered, they're anything off the baseline, it's automatically trauma criteria.
Yes, we had 2 in the hospital last night, both on blood thinner, both geriatric.
They have a 33% chance of developing intracranial bleed. They're on blood thinners. Strike
The one was really bad. The other one.
So yeah, one in every three geriatrics that falls and hits their head that's on blood thinners will develop an intracranial bleed. Just questions on someone in Montague pushing geriatrics down?
Yeah.
No, but,
Oh, would have been a lot better story if it was a test question on people pushing over elderly people in Montague. This is since they're not paying attention.
I was like.
It's the only plausible explanation for 2 trauma alerts out of Montague last night.
Montague was a crazy place last
That's
night.
what Chris said it's gonna be on the test.
Yeah.
This person going around Montague pushing over old people. It's a hobby.
It was weird, it was like, we did 15 minutes of old calls and like, they thought, they were like, is it the same call coming this twice?
I know.
All right, injuries to the spine. So we don't backboard everyone anymore, thank goodness. A lot of people have kyphotic spines. You know what kyphosis is, that's a vocabulary word you have to know. There will be test questions on it. Osteoporosis is also a contributing factor. If you and I fall down, we're probably not going to break something. If you have osteoporosis, the elderly, they're going to break a hip or something. If you absolutely have to see spine a kyphotic patient, which is the curvature of the spine, use padding to do it. Any questions? What causes kyphosis?
It's fine. 10 less.
Generally caused by ringing the bells at Notre Dame.
I had a feeling we were gonna go that way. The
Yeah.
hunchback.
Causes. I wasn't referring to Quasimodo, that'd be inappropriate. I was just saying the bells are so heavy that if you ring the bells a lot, it causes a curvature.
All right, now I want
You want to talk about Quasimodo? Forgot to put his cigarette out a couple years ago. Look what happened. Sleeping, smoking in bed.
Oh,
All right, that's enough Notre Dame jokes.
it was enough of football.
All right, head injuries, that is a humdinger of a hematoma there. But that's not uncommon, that's definitely blood thinners. That's a head strike with blood thinners right there, that's what it's gonna look like. Again, 1 in 3 people on blood thinners over the age of 65 that have ground level fall striking their head end up with an intercerebral bleed, that's an external. They have an internal. Any questions? Hip fractures are common. The head of the femur breaks off inside the pelvis, so then the proximal femur is just loose inside their leg. Very painful, very, very bad. Very hard to walk on. Any questions? Splint and transport. Technology has been amazing. So when I first became an EMT, anyone over the age of 80 that broke their hip was pretty much a death sentence. They'd be dead in 30 days, non-survivable injury. The complications, the hip fracture, pneumonia, pulmonary embolus, statutory, just not survivable. This I should probably take. Okay. Hold on 1 second. 5 minutes to 7, why should I take a 10-minute break?
Just like that. It's all right, I had Lunchables and honey roasted peanuts, I'm full. It's gonna be. Not all of our group. Are we? Is that why you're here? Yeah.
Not here for shits and giggles.
That's what I'm saying. We are screwed. It is me. We're gonna be a real team right here because it's EMT.
How many of there are you?
There's 2 of us. No, there's 3 of us today. We'll be all right.
Just join and profit. You at the fair shop today?
Huh?
You're at the fair shop today?
I was there yesterday.
Contest.
I got, I had 10 in the first hour and a half. We had 32 in a 12-hour shift. No, it's not. I mean, they're just triaging people, so you get a lot of basic stuff, but we got quite a few. If you're worried about not getting contacts, just go to Fairchild. End of story. You only have one, just go to Fairchild. Do the 12-hour shift, do the stuff. Huh? We need 24 hours of time too.
Yeah.
So.
You don't have 12 hours.
You don't,
You
but
do 8, you use text.
if you just wanna get it over, it doesn't, do it. Yeah, it was good, man. It was a great learning experience, and the staff there are super.
Yeah,
Because I didn't wanna do it, and then I did it, and shit changed. I even wrote Brian, I was like, I feel like an idiot because I told you it was gonna be like this, and that's not how it was. It was way different, and Yeah, no, and they are totally all about.
Geriatrics, you got
I got a
that?
question.
I work for Vincent.
Right, just.
Remember, you're being recorded.
Yes. I was working with Vincent and then I shadowed Carly, who's the
Yes.
triage. Okay.
Curly's
Well, we
helpful.
also have you-
Huh?
She's helpful.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty awesome. You just don't wanna be a tweaker. Why? She's a dog.
Right, so he's big.
No,
that's
but it's
good.
funny.
Huh?
It's funny.
Yeah, she's
Well,
just
it's
like,
fun.
Was the nurse Kim there?
So that's 3.
Kim, what she look like?
Heart rate.
Huh?
Asian.
Well, the after, look.
There's a short Filipino lady there, I can't remember her name though.
Different.
Okay, she came on at the night shift, so I only got to work with her for like 2 hours.
But she speaks like Eminem, and like
Well,
the
we
song
tried,
Rap
yeah.
God,
We tried.
super fast. It's hilarious when she gets like angry. Oh, dude, it's hilarious.
I did just see her angry, but I didn't meet her.
It's funny. It's
I think-
she's not funny, but she is funny. You know what I
Alright,
mean?
let's pull it up and look.
Was she there like earlier on this year? Oh, like
I
seriously.
have no concept. Like,
Let's pull it up.
So I think she asked me to start an IV.
like
That paramedic class is got you, huh?
no, I'm just I work too much too.
Oh.
I work this Friday to Friday.
So
And you're
activity.
doing the paramedic.
That's
a lot, right?
So that's 2.
Yeah, I was getting taught.
Heart rate's above 100, right? That's 2.
Even though that is not. still
Grimace.
practice.
Maybe I'll be like Ryan one day.
Right.
So we're still young.
Steam coming out your ears and
Okay.
was it Pepsi Max? Yeah.
Pepsi Max.
Ask
They've
him
asked
about
me to
Pepsi
start
Max.
IV
Oh,
twice.
he's told us about it quite a few
I
times.
know.
I will.
That's
I'm
what
saying.
it is.
Grimaces is,
Technically.
He said he used to buy
Horizon
Geriatrics.
inspiration.
Yep, now they're out. It doesn't have
So
caffeine.
he's got a week for that, without work 5.
Yeah, he said it's gone to shit. I think that was his exact
6.
words.
What's the
Yeah.
difference?
I love his rant.
But technically allowed to do this, but they were like, oh yeah, give them a rabies shot, give them this shot.
If you do it, you get to do it. So, you know,
I did it. I did it all the time, sure. That's fucking veterinary.
So that's prompt response stimulation. So
Yeah,
you're
we
2, 4, 6.
Are you talking about that?
Yeah, so I took
Um,
veterinarian assistant, at my old high school.
I feel like it's confusing.
And you're technically not
Because you're
allowed.
gonna get 2 for the active and 2
Well,
for
BC
the.
Asher was like,
for
screw that.
resisting it. So
Here's
that's
this,
a
do
natural
this, do
response.
this, stab
And it's
animals
2,
right there
4,
with the vaccine.
100 beats a minute, so it's 2, 4, 6.
And then I was gonna talk, I
Run
was start
from
IPs,
big
I
body
never
moves
did it,
starts
but
with
like, I was actually getting taught how to do it. I was like,
That's an 8.
I just started.
Yesterday I had a nurse said, you can start IVs though, right? I said,
Yeah,
no.
but you don't
No,
lose
I
the point.
can't. I'm only EMR right
So
now. It's like,
adequate.
I'm not a paramedic, I can't do that shit. Oh, sorry. Huh? Yeah, no, I get that. But I did help, take out.
Well, this so he was elderly, younger than I am.
Nurses view medics as IV.
So he's dead.
Dude, when I told her that, she was like, the look on her face was like, okay, can you at least turn the room over? And I'm like, well, I can do that.
Like, 'cause they have to
You're
work,
useless.
nurses are fucking lazy, man.
Oh, man, they just camp in front of the snack
What
drawer.
is it, medical overview?
2 snack drawers in there.
I think it's medical overview.
Yeah, but they're like epic snack drawers.
Medical
That's
overview, I
not
don't
even all
care.
that shit.
No,
It's
I,
expensive.
It's the most ridiculous chapter.
They-
But I definitely.
That and the stages of life.
they are like, I told them, I was like, y'all in here are like the snack kings.
I can see how they can justify stages of
We're
life
on
so
another
much.
level of snack that.
The medical overview is just a waste of time.
No, no. It's not.
I just
They're
dropped
making
it.
fun of me
Maybe
because I don't
the
do
hospital
caffeine.
like,
We have important criteria to go over that's important for you to know as an EMT, to not be wasting time with ridiculous things like that.
Hey, so when you were doing your ride along yesterday, how late did you stay with those guys?
Dude, we were watching a movie for like 3 hours. Right when we got back from that right.
I don't know what
Yeah,
time
right,
you
right.
what time you left doing ride-alongs, but
So under a
when it
virtual
became
microscope.
nightfall, those 2 guys that you were with, I kept seeing them like every 40 minutes in there, like 3 or 4
It was
times.
already, it was already
So
like
human body.
6:30, so like.
Yeah, no,
we were
yeah.
So the human body.
Damn, dude, it literally just went, by 7 o'clock, it was just bonkers.
And I got there like at 11:30 and I left at 6:30.
They brought in, you missed the crazy burn patient out of
Remember
Martha,
the immunity video? I
dude
showed
blew himself up with a propane tank. I know, that would have been killer. Then you missed the 2 trauma falls, so it was
Yeah.
3 trauma calls with your
That's
and
great. That's one of
that you
my
were with
favorite
the other day.
videos.
Like from 7 to 10.
There was one call where they said you can't come on this one. Literally the first call, when I got there, they said you can't come on this one.
I'd love to see the Cal Fire.
But you got the one where you came into the hospital. Is
yeah.
that all? You just got one?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Like my brother.
So it was me and the two paramedics that I was
I
with.
heard it.
So when we went to go get the old man,
You never done a CS football game?
you know how the guy has like the guardrails?
You've never been to a CS football game?
So, Eric, the guy.
Anyone's ever gone to a
was
CS
the
football
old
game,
man
it's where my
where we
brother's
went
place.
I don't know.
He does
You
Here comes the Eagle.
know where all the old people go.
Yeah, the retirement home
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
yes,
right?
yeah, exactly. So, the senior center or whatever.
Yeah.
So, we went there and then this guy, he had like trouble like swallowing, like food or whatever.
Mhm.
So, and he had a really hard time walking, so we had to pick him up. So, I'm holding all the stuff, like, you know, that's on top of
Including
like
the
the BLS
students.
bag and all that stuff. So I'm
So it's still fun.
And, Eric's talking to the old man and then the girl.
Yeah,
she puts
most
it
time
on
you go on
both
call for
wheels
34
from the
o'clock,
gurney
you'll be okay.
instead of just one. Cause like, you know, man, you said.
You back orders.
So she put down one and she, Eric picks up the old man and puts him on the.
And then even
So
if they
pretend I'm the
do
old man.
get off
So
duty.
I'm like
the
this,
traffic still-
where the old man's like this.
Yeah, old
They
stage
set
and,
him down.
Oh,
They set him
absolutely.
down. He sits down
Tom
and
called me
he
from the
almost
seat and
falls
asked, he
back
goes,
and his
they're really
wife
worried
caught
about
him.
some person cutting their tire.
He almost fell.
He just all quiet.
So
like,
when he
"Tom,
sat down, he
Tom, you
almost
still
fell
there?"
back.
Just kidding, Tom. Jesus Christ. Oh,
They were really nice those two
probably not the
though.
best thing to feel around with PTSD, these burned up bodies
Yeah,
you're trying to get out of cars.
I would have.
Probably not the
to
best
catch
time
him,
to
but I had
stress
so
that.
much shit on my hands.
Pretty sure that's the guy that had, because
That's why he was worried.
they
It's like
did
you're
a
stressed
CT
out, you're gonna-
scan
it's
or
like-
something, and he had a couple strokes.
All right, it's fine.
So we were able to see like the dead spots in his brain on the CAT scan. She was
When
all,
it's-
I was like, "Whoa, what's that dark spot?" She's like, "That's dead brain tissue."
He's
Oh, what about this one? She's like, "Also dead brain tissue." I was like, "Holy shit." Scary. Sweet. Thinking of me, are you?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was, they almost dropped the old man. When we set him on the video, he almost fell. This is great. But the thing is that I know it was like an accident. He didn't fall. He didn't fall. But like. what was
Somebody
the-
should have been behind him.
What was that and what was the purpose of putting both guards down? You only needed to put down one so you could help them sit down.
You know, maybe it was just a mistake.
Yeah, but if his wife wasn't there, he would have.
Yeah, incident within an incident.
Yeah. That was the worst.
I drove all the way here.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
Healdsburg, Oregon. All right, cool. So it's not good. That's a pretty small town for that age. That's exactly the age of his parents. No,
But I feel
they're
like
saying
it's
34.
so I was a little shocked.
Maybe you're right.
There you go, that's what- All right.
I feel like that was
They're in their sixties.
also, like, if you talk to me, I'll talk to you. Yeah.
It sounds like it might be. Yeah, so they're this, they're something right by the courthouse. I'm sure it's Hillsborough. Oregon. Why not Hillsborough, it's probably Hillsborough. Probably Hillsborough. Right.
I didn't
Betting
know
it's
you guys
Hillsborough,
did it.
Oregon, and stuff. Hillsborough, California.
I didn't know.
All right, folks, let's get back online.
Yeah, he's
I'm taking the rest of the night off. Caleb's gonna take over as your instructor.
No.
You suck. He's got the voice, he's got the face.
His name sucks.
Caleb does suck.
Which one?
Those weed fire guys, don't trust them.
Put
You
your
couldn't make it
sunglasses
at
on,
Weed
I'll
City.
turn on old time rock and roll.
Do the whole thing.
All right, hip fractures, that's a scoop stretcher, which we really haven't gone over it since class, but we probably should. If 7-2 comes back tonight, we do skills, maybe we'll have to break out the scoop stretcher. So what that does is it breaks completely in half. Do you have a scoop stretcher?
Yeah,
we
we used
used it.
Oh, cool.
it. Katie showed us how to. do it.
Wow, I didn't even know.
Sort of.
Guess I'm not the lead instructor. Good to know that we're European competently taught, despite my own shortcomings. That makes me feel good. Has everyone been shown how to use it or just one team? Remind me of skills, we'll go over the scoop. It's a good tool, especially for hip fractures. Because what it does, is it breaks in half, and then it comes together and it snaps together, so you don't have to roll them on either side. Or drag them. Any questions? All right, turn to the chief complaint is challenging. Remember, sensation can be diminished. They may not know about injuries yet that they have that are significant injuries. Fear of hospitalization, that used to, when I first became an EMT, decades and decades and decades ago, fear of hospitalization was a common problem with geriatrics because in the 20s and 30s, you went to hospitals to die. That's where you went when no one could take care of you. You're at the end of your life. That's just where they put you. So when you say, "Hey, we're going to take you to the hospital," it's like, not happening, pal, because they hadn't comprehended what hospitals had become as opposed to the 30s and 40s. Most of those people are long since dead now. Most of the geriatrics today understand what hospitals are. They just don't want to go. Anyway, any questions? Cardiovascular, again, silent MIs, 1 out of every 4, more predominant females. Occasionally you do get males. But mostly prominent in females over the age of 65. Yeah,
Can you expand on that a little bit?
it just depends. Sometimes that's just where their somatic nervous system's wired differently, and that's where it radiates to. Also, ear pain and occasionally bilateral pelvic pain, hip pain.
That's hilarious.
I actually knew a geriatric male once who had gotten to the point where he couldn't golf anymore or ride his bike. And they kept looking for arthritis in his hips. The x-rays were negative. They couldn't figure it out. Then one day he started having actual chest pains. Got down there, stented him. Within 3 weeks of having his stents, he could ride his bike and play 18 holes of golf again.
Oh.
It was the engine of presenting and pain in his hips. Yeah. Very, very rare. Dyspia, you better know what that means. Whew. My goodness. So Bob just sent me a picture of this. They just pulled the SUV out from under the motorhome. Yeah, it's wow.
Share with the class.
Can you see it? No, it's on my phone. Oh. Who said send it to him? I can send it to you.
Email.
Airdrop.
Be a HIPAA violation. We're almost to midterm. You better know the laws of the jungle.
Just leave your phone unlocked.
See, we take mechanism injury photos, send them to surgeons, and they have to be deleted. No, Palm.
Oh, I thought you said Todd.
The cat, the one that sent to the trauma surgeon.
Taking photos of the scene, dude.
No, it's from the trauma surgeon.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
And there's no patient, it's just a wrecked car. The patient, the body's been removed. They got this body out.
Patient or not. Like you said, it doesn't matter, no photos of the scene.
That's safe. Just being safe.
We don't have enough money to get systems.
No, you don't.
They're gonna take our Dorito and Gatorade away from her.
They're taking away the hay to feed the horses that no one can tow the engine.
Sell it.
All right, Cinco B. Cinco B. In Siskiyou County, your dispatcher will spell it Sinkable, Sinkable episode. That's the problem with getting pages over text. Yeah. You guys got the vasovagal down pretty well? Silent MI? Also diabetic ketoacidosis can cause it. Again, altered mental status. What do we want to make sure first before we assume they're just confused? What is their baseline mentation? Are they always confused about what day it is? If you're living in a nursing home, you pretty much lose track of what day it is because every day is the same. They made a movie about it with Bill Murray. It's called Groundhog Day.
I thought it was one floor. That's what I was thinking.
That's actually an insane asylum, not a nursing home.
Slightly different.
What's the difference?
Age.
They're talking about bringing them back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Since when did they leave?
Under Reagan, right?
You got California got rid of it under Reagan, but now most states have gotten rid of it due to cashless bail and things like Prop 47. So when Reagan shut down the institutions, those people started going to jail. Basically, that's what happened. And then now they don't want to put people in jail or prison, especially if they have mental health issues. Now they're just running around in public, and bad things are happening. And so now they're talking about bringing the institutions back, complete full circle. So 50 since Reagan was in office, hasn't it?
No, I was born under Carter and I'm 43.
Reagan wasn't governor. He was before that.
He was president. That's when they started.
Right, but he was governor before Carter. There's a space in between being governor and being president. I don't remember who governor was then.
Why did they remove them in the first place?
Money. Reagan was balancing the state budget.
Oh, so basically to allocate funds elsewhere?
Yes.
Oh.
Or do not allocate funds not going against interest for debt because they were spending more money than they were making. A concept that is completely lost in modern government. A balanced budget is what he was doing. Not to say that was the right thing to do with putting crazy people out of the streets, but
Yeah, we're good.
it was he did balance the budget though and got the state out of debt
That's a plus.
Quite literally.
for a long time until Gray Davis. Any questions about acute abdomens? Now, if they have an eating disorder, they'll usually end up with obtuse abdomens.
Have what? An
Obtuse?
Okay.
Yeah. Over 90 degrees.
Right. 140 degree after.
90 over 90 degrees, no 90-degree angles there. Obtuse. That'll be on the test. Yeah. Yeah. That's obtuse mentally though. So this is one of the biggest killers of geriatrics is septicemia, which is septic shock. And generally it's going to be pneumonia. They'll get the flu. That is COVID or RSV or the flu. They got 3 different ways to kill them now. And then they'll get pneumonia from either the flu, RSV, or COVID. And then they'll get septicemia from the pneumonia. Any questions? Nursing homes. The only video I could find was firefighter versus nurse in nursing home. It's not appropriate for COS. And laugh all you want, the guy that made that got fired. he got fired. So, although there are some very funny moments in that video, it's absolutely inappropriate. And while although outrageously accurate, there's some lines you just can't cross if you want to keep your job. Oh yeah, it's on YouTube.
Can we find it?
I would never as an instructor tell you to search firefighter versus nurse nursing home or SNF, SNF. I would never do that because that would be inappropriate of me to tell you to look that up. And no, we will not play it here in this class. Any questions? So things that you're gonna need to know about with nursing homes. Chief complaint, oftentimes it's a shift change and the nurse giving you a report knows nothing about the patient. Be used to it. You have to do your own assessment. You are trained professionals, you can do your own assessment. You're also probably going to be better trained at emergency assessments than most nurses are. It's not what they're trained to do. So it's all okay. A lot of people get really butthurt when they can't get an assessment or report from a nurse. It doesn't matter. Because you got to do your own assessment anyway. If at all possible, if you can get them to, ask them to print out a history and physical. You have it all in file. It will help you with your history because most of the time in nursing homes, your patients can't give it to you. It's also going to be very helpful for the ER staff. A lot of times when you ask for it, they'll say, yes, we'll go get it, and you'll never see them again. Again, you have to go about it, do your job. Any questions? It's the end. All right, who wants to go to break early? We have 4 teams. How many people are here on team 1? Team 1, stand up. All right, team 1, 5 of them. All right, sit down. Team 2, stand up. We got enough people to see team 2. Good, sit down. Team 3, stand up.
It's 4.
Look at that. Team 4, stand up.
4.
You guys are fine. Team 1, front left corner. Team 2, back left corner. Team 3, far back right. Team 4, over here.
Far back as we are. Good.
You don't get a cheat tonight.
Cheat?
Yeah, that's right.
Cheat by how you
Cheating, a one-man team, one-woman team. What? No, we're team 3. You're on team 3. Tonight is our night to cheat.
Actually, no, Caleb.
No, we need one more.
Caleb, go.
Go by yourself.
We need the Calebs.
No. We'll be back Tuesday. Day of
I know, we
exam.
have a spare math class, there might be a lot of. It was like, they had autism.
Oh, wow.
And that was the big kicker, so.
No, I had it right.
Yeah. And after seeing you, talking to you, I think we even read it. You were here first.
Go get in the corner.
I was there with this man, popped his blood pressure.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
What?
Yeah, he popped your blood pressure. I was there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get him to
All right.
shoot through the roof?
Who won last time? Team 4? It's your board, team 4. But you're team 3?
No, we're team 4. Yeah.
There's just 3 of
What's
them.
left of them?
Yeah, for real.
There's 4 of you when you stood up.
Everybody for 500.
Airway for 500.
Goddamn, there we go.
Juan Carlos swinging for the fence.
Yeah.
And yes, you should absolutely know this. I'm a little disappointed with the
yeah.
silence.
So when do you have?
Whoa, you gotta raise your hand and say team 4.
4, group 4.
All right?
What are the symptoms of hypoglycemia?
No. Nobody? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Team 1.
Team 1.
What are the signs of respiratory failure?
Good job.
Nice.
Team one, it's your board. Burns for what?
Team two.
Team two.
What is the third degree burn?
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm not able to.
Yeah.
Team two, your board.
400.
What's that?
Head injuries for 400.
Head trauma for 400.
Team two.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Team two.
what is the fencing response? Fencing.
What is extension? I'm not gonna take it away from you, but I'm not gonna point to it. Now, the cerebral posture is what it's called.
What's the fencing?
The cerebral posture,
So I was right.
kind of. It's not what they're looking for.
Proper terminology.
Okay. I mean, you told me it's called fencing.
Well, that's the layman's term.
Yeah, but when that.
Still your board.
Burns.
Get the fence.
300.
Burns for 300. Now Shasta Fire Chief for 300.
Oh,
Team three.
Team three.
Team two.
Eric, or what is an Eric?
Embolize.
Embolize. The plural for embolize.
Team two, your board.
Burns for 500.
Woo!
Team three.
You gotta say team one. You're supposed to raise your hand.
Oh,
Team two.
Team one.
Can we go back to team three, because I got the chair hand.
Raise your hand and then talk. That was cool.
Team two, your board.
Trauma 200. Oh, team one.
All right, team one, your board. Go.
Team two.
Team two.
What is the trauma, red? Trauma.
Category red.
Team three,
Team three.
trauma alert.
That's what I said.
Category
What is
what?
the trauma alert?
What?
Red box trauma.
Red, well, yeah, it'd be red.
That's what he already said. Anybody else? Team one.
Team one, the yellow category.
Correct.
Oh.
Mechanism injury. Team one, your board.
At least we.
EMS legal.
EMS legal for 100. Leaving a base of the hospital, not giving a report.
Team three.
Team three.
What is a bandit?
Very good, team three. Your board.
EMS legal 200.
EMS legal for 200. A child with favorite hand should
Team
they?
three.
Team three.
Emancipation.
What is?
What is emancipation?
Got just in time. Team three, your board.
Let's go EMS legal 300.
Team one.
Team two. Team four.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Team four.
And team two is next.
What are the 4 things in order to improve?
Very good. Team two, your board.
Let's do trauma 300.
Well, it's kind of scary that nobody knows this. Team one. I'm sorry, no. Anybody else?
Team three?
Team three.
What is anaphylactic shock?
No. Yeah,
What is neurologic shock?
correct.
Neurogenic.
Team two, you're board.
I even look at coaches. Is it
EMS legal for 5.
EMS legal 500.
Team three?
Team three.
What is lividity?
No. What happened to team four?
I'm slow.
Katie's not here. Wait, say team four, go ahead.
What is putrefaction?
Team four gets it.
Yeah, but talk it out.
All right, team four.
Lividity is one of
Yes.
Error 200.
Team 2.
Team two.
What is the left side recumbent position?
What is the left lateral recumbent position?
Left lateral recumbent position.
Anybody else? You else want to challenge it? You can say team one if you want to do it. Team one.
What is the recovery?
Correct.
I literally yelled.
Team one, you're board.
I was gonna say fuck.
Whatever, says the guy who won't see shit.
No, that I'm saying it about myself though.
Good, team two.
Team two. What is the
Good, team two.
What is the contusion?
Very good.
Word for word.
Clear it out. I think this is burn / soft tissue.
Yeah.
Team two, you're board.
Let's do airway for 400.
Airway for 400.
Team two.
Team two.
What is CCOP?
Very good. Team two, you're board.
Airway for 300.
Airway for 300.
Team 2.
Team two.
What is intramuscular?
Wow.
Unstoppable.
They're running away with this like Christian McCaffrey.
I don't know who that is.
Team two.
Should we just finish up?
Finish up airway.
Airway for 100.
Team three.
Team three.
What is the hypoxic drive?
Very good. Team three, you're board. You can still catch him.
All right, we're gonna go for trauma for 500.
Oh, shit.
Team two.
Team two.
What is coup contre coup?
Oh, no. Team three, still your board.
Still on board.
Oh shit.
Trauma for 400.
You got me first.
Oh, team 2.
Team two.
What is the lateral impact?
Very good. Ooh, comes right back. Team two.
Trauma for 100.
Team three.
Team three.
What is a level 1 trauma center? Oh no, level 2.
Wrong.
Level 2. Level 2.
Team one.
I didn't read the question.
Nope.
I didn't
It's
read
level
the
two.
question.
What is the level what? A That's correct.
It's not now, it's not.
You gotta read it, man. Oh, yeah.
Team two, you're bored.
Let's do head injuries for 500.
Nobody? Nobody's heard of Cushing's triad, huh?
We have.
Team two.
I was trying to think of it.
Did we lose one?
Burn soft tissue for narrowing is
What is T2?
T2.
What does team do?
What is?
Very good. Team two, you're bored.
Let's do EMS legal for 400.
Oh, I'm just gonna go for a T3.
Team three,
What is triage?
no.
I'd say like,
Mass casualty incident though.
But it's says that he's not gonna.
Nobody?
I'll try again.
Sure.
What is green in triage?
Now you lost twice.
Well, I don't care. We're negative. I'll try all day. What is a bad day?
Nobody? What is an organ donor?
Oh.
Okay, let's do a 300.
Team three,
Team three,
what is a GCS of 10?
it's incorrect.
Team 2.
If it's
You
nine.
do.
This GCS of 9.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I said nine. Yo, did you hear me? I said that.
Team two,
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Team 2.
go.
What is a epidural hematoma?
Very good.
One man.
Team two, you want 100, huh?
Oh, team three.
Team three,
What is Duramater?
group two, go to break. Groups 1, 3, and 4, get ready for the next round.
Oh, yeah. We got this shit in the bag. We got this shit in the bag.
No, we don't.
Too easy.
Can we-
Too easy.
We're negative
It doesn't
1200.
matter. It doesn't matter. You're looking at things too far. It doesn't matter. There are a lot of
Yeah.
We started.
Wait, we only have 3 teams.
Team two just won't get any points, that way I still keep. If I try to go to 3 teams, then reassign your numbers, it completely screws me up.
Fair enough.
So I just give team two no points. That gives you guys better psychology that you're ahead of team two.
We'll still be negative. They'll be ahead of us.
All right, so team one came in second, right?
Yeah.
All right, fair board, pick the six open.
Right. Start easy. We're still, they're allowed to go for the
Out on the limb, huh?
Team two.
Team one,
What is it?
very good. Team one, your board.
Oh, team three.
Team three,
What is congestive heart failure?
very good.
That muscle reflex of going to team two. Cardiac for 200.
Team three,
What is a stint?
what's it called? What's the procedure called?
Oh,
You're not wrong, I want to take points away.
Lord have mercy. You go in through the leg, and come up.
What's it called? 3 letters. Anybody?
I can't remember the acronym, apologize.
PCI, percutaneous coronary intervention.
Right, correct?
Team three. Well, the stent comes after the percutaneous coronary intervention to keep the artery open.
Cardiac 100.
Team three.
What is a heart rate?
Nope, team one. No.
If it would have been rate over rhythm.
The question is asked, Jeopardy, that's the answer.
It's just.
Yeah,
There's no-
part of the alphabet.
You got it, team four?
Slice them in two.
Team three?
Yeah.
What is an irregular heartbeat?
No.
Hey, I'm throwing shit out there.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is a sinus rhythm?
Oh, actually, I have.
What that is, sinus rhythm. The normal heartbeat. Team three, you're bored.
Isn't that what I said?
No.
What is a heartbeat? I guess I should have said normal. Damn.
No, sinus rhythm.
Which is a,
Normal heartbeat.
thank you. Okay, just wanted to clarify that.
Group three. So it was the right answer. Was it the best answer?
No, I know.
All right, team three, you're bored.
I call it duck. I'm
Bravo
sorry.
100.
Team one,
Yes,
what is a level 1 toxin?
very good.
You're used to talking about church.
Team one.
Stuff. I get it.
But it had to be for one.
Anatomy from 100.
Team three.
Team three.
What are the 4 parts of blood?
All right. You're bored, team three.
You go, you call this one.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're going big.
No.
Can we? Okay, fine, not super big. Can we get trauma for 300?
Okay.
I wasn't gonna go 500. You guys are close.
Holy heck, that's a bad day.
Team 3.
Go.
What is a tension pneumothorax?
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Now that team two's gone.
Yeah.
That's what the Dodgers said when the Giants got eliminated. It's like, wow, now the Giants are out.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it's not my team.
Team 3, you're bored.
Take another.
Ooh, can we get trauma for 400, please?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
No.
Just 200.
Oh, this is the one.
T1.
What is one of the signs and symptoms of a cardiac meltdown?
Very good.
Nice.
Team 1, you're bored.
Right, we're gonna listen to team 4.
Team 4.
What is the brainstem?
No.
Team 3.
Yes.
What is the occiput?
No.
Oh, some bitch.
That's the one like
Team 1.
ocean.
I can't remember if it's cerebral or cerebral. I think cerebral.
All right. I think that's the first time in history, but all 3 of you get along on this. Hey, put down on this.
Oh, that's right. Damn it.
Oh.
Hey, where's the yeah? Negative.
Playing field, yeah.
Team 3. You're bored. Oh, it's Team 1's board. I'm sorry. Team 1's board.
We'll take it though.
I know credit for one.
Endocrine for 100.
Like a snow people race.
Team 3.
Team 3.
What is insulin?
Yes.
Good job.
Dude. Yes.
Team 3, you're bored.
Keep rolling.
Can we get GI for 200, please?
You guys should know this.
Correct.
We went over this in detail.
We're disappointing our teacher, I feel so bad.
Nobody knows it, huh?
I remember hearing it, but I don't remember what it stands for.
Non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, which is also
Oh.
what?
Type 2 diabetes.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Team 3, still your board.
Ooh. I don't want to-
300.
Also a bad day.
Hurts. Causes the same signs and symptoms as a heart attack. And it's relieved by nitro. Right, smooth muscle relax your esophagus. The muscle.
Team 3.
Team 3.
What is epiglottitis?
No.
Damn it.
Wrong side of the esophagus.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
I mean, a decapitation would work.
It's
Nobody, huh? These are test questions. That'll be on the test. What is a hiatal hernia?
Oh.
You're bored, Team 3.
First thing for the biscuit.
Endocrine for 400.
Okay.
Back to back.
Also a test, all these are test questions. You need to know all of these.
Team 1.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
No.
Team 1, you're bored.
Ooh.
Just about, you got a 50% chance.
Team three,
Team three,
what is aphasia?
what is what?
Aphasia?
Oh, it's the other one.
Team one.
It's called dysphagia.
Unphasia. Antiphagia, it's something.
Dysarthria.
It's a lack of phasia.
Dysarthria.
Oh.
Sounds like something.
Still your board, team three. Team one, it's your board.
Team one,
Team one.
what are the red categories for trauma?
That's correct. It's the old anatomical. Team one, your board.
Anatomy fatigue.
It's on Tuesday nights.
Team one,
Team one.
what is the tricuspid?
Very good.
Damn you, Chris, and your big brain.
Remember when team three was running away with this?
You're doing so well.
Shut up.
Kicking our ass.
You don't hear it, you guys.
Team one, your board. You can still come back 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neurologicals are 200.
We need two big ones.
Hayden gave it to you in order. Come on. And bingo was his name.
What are,
Team
what is,
four?
oh, sorry, team four.
Go ahead.
What is anaphylactic shock?
No.
Damn it. No.
Sounds like team three knows it. They just don't want to raise their hand. Because they don't want to have that chance to come back.
I don't wanna guess, cause it's just gonna put us in a flipping hole. We're in second place, we gotta hold that. Go ahead, team four, take another guess.
What are AIOU tips? Alter level of consciousness.
Oh,
That's right.
oh, that's the actual.
I did.
Yeah.
That's it. Team three seems to have it, but they won't guess. Team one, still your board. Team four. What is?
What is the pulmonary?
That's right. Pulmonary vein goes from the lungs, to the left atrium.
The other one
Oh.
on the other side.
Where's the superior vena cava? Because you gotta know your anatomy.
Comes from, it goes onto the
Right.
right atrium.
So what fills that? Where does the blood that goes to superior vena cava come from?
The head.
No, from the rest of the body, it comes up from the,
That would be the inferior vena cava.
yeah.
Nobody, huh? So. No. So nobody's gonna get this. I'll give it to you though. So superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava bring blood to the right atrium, right? Inferior vena cava brings all the blood from down here. Superior vena cava comes from here. So the blood right here is wet.
The carotid.
The
Jugular. You guys say jugular vein distension all the time, but jugular veins drain into the superior vena cava.
And it's not the carotid, it's the carotid artery. Not it. Copy that.
All right,
Well, no, I didn't know.
team one.
I just knew that it was.
Cardiac 400.
Team three.
Very,
What is ventricular fibrillation?
very good, team three. Team three's board.
We need that.
Can we do cardiac 500?
Cardiac 500.
Oh, shit.
What in the actual?
Is this really on the test, this one?
Really? I've never.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, me neither.
We haven't done this presentation class.
Oh. Yeah, no reason.
Yeah.
Dr. Beef.
Devin's even changed the batteries with his name on it. What? What?
In fact, when you change-
They named an entire biomedical company after him. Who's done ambulance ride along? What's the first thing you do in the morning at the beginning of the shift?
Battery
Yeah.
change.
Change out the batteries.
On the Zoll,
They never had.
On the what?
on the defibrillator,
On the what?
on the defibrillator.
No, what you just said, what you said.
Dr. Zoll.
Team one. Actually, I think it's team three.
I quit, that's it right
Trauma.
there.
Trauma 500.
I'm like, the Zoll.
I tried to hand feed it to you.
There's two of them now, the AIOU.
Soul?
God damn it.
Bingo is his name up?
Leave me alone.
We said trauma, not.
Oh, shit.
No.
We'll think about that one. Damn. Life stages.
It's gonna be a tough final. Be glad to have you. All right, I'll see you guys in February.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, same. It'll be unfortunate, but.
Why? You afraid someone's gonna call you Todd
It needs
Hero?
to Go on.
No, I'm gonna take it a third time, but it's not gonna be next fucking semester. I'm taking this break.
All right, it's called a pericardiocentesis.
Oh.
Team three.
Anatomy 400.
Team three.
Team three.
What is the SA node?
Yes. Team one's hearing footsteps. Santos is choking. He thinks his name's Kershaw. Team three, it's your board.
Let's do. Oh.
Neurological for 300.
Oh, that's what was.
Neurological over 300. This could push them over the top.
Just learned.
Team three.
Team three.
What is a seizure?
No, it's the. Yeah, that one.
What?
Yeah.
Team three.
Team three, try again.
What is postical state?
I'll take it.
Post-it.
I'll give you guys 0 points. You don't lose, you don't win, all
Hey,
right?
we'll take it, we'll take it.
T3, still your board, you can still win.
They're allowed to go 400.
It's the carrot thing.
T, go ahead.
What is it? Opioid overdose?
Wow.
Holy
I used to grow up in a
You
family
guys,
full of
John,
junkies.
you just got passed right before the checkered flag, man.
Woo!
This is like right out of Cars. T3, which one do you want?
Let me look at the board here. Oh, shoot, this one.
I promise you there'll be test questions on this. Talked about it in class. I've done this in lecture.
I don't wanna guess. No. I'm not guessing.
Why? What do you have to lose?
500 points?
Yeah, we'll lose if we guess wrong.
Oh, you're winning. Let's see, you're not winning. You are. You came back.
If I was in the negative, I would guess.
Nobody's got it, huh? Not even a guess. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Group 3 wins. What? Go ahead, Santos. What is the blood-brain barrier? You won. You get to go to break.
Everybody gets to go to break.
All right, groups 1, group 4. What does NIDDM stand for? Group 1.
Well, it's type 2 diabetic,
What does NIDDM stand for?
non-intentional dependent diabetic.
Diabetes mellitus.
Very good, team effort. You can go to break. Team 4. The baby is crowding and the head comes out, deliver it, and there's a rope wrapped around its neck. What's it called? Go to break. Be back in 10 minutes after 8.
Read the freaking questions fast.
Got with that.
Christine Holston's class.
There said she had the answer before people even read the question. How fast she read it and processed it.
My brain.
Yeah, I'm slow.
I am,
Halfway through
and
the
that's
question.
just- So not only do I need to read the answers, but I need to reverse my brain somehow.
As far as how late.
Yes. That's why I'm running around like. And the hour before I go to.
Nobody's going to any cities tomorrow, right?
Where?
Nobody's going to any cities tomorrow, right? And I mean, is anybody going to a city tomorrow?
Yeah.
What city?
I'm going over to Medford. Not Medford,
That's not a city.
like Florida.
Grants Pass?
White Rock.
That's White City?
Yeah.
That's not a city.
You mean like San Francisco or something like that?
Yeah.
What's happening?
They're called for a national day of jihad.
Oh,
Who did?
One of the top,
Black Lives Matter or something?
they give their full, but they put out a press release, they're giving full support for it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
What is it?
Jihad? Jihad is the,
What,
Muslim
like
call
the
of
National
war.
American Muslim Association?
No, it's one of the, not a sheikh, I won't say a sheikh, he's the former leader of Hezbollah. But he's still a, what do they call it? It's not a sheikh, it's a, it's an Ayatollah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ayatollah out of Syria. It's called for a worldwide day of jihad. For all themselves to activate. Now, whether it'll happen or not, who knows? Because intelligence is gonna be in every city is called in every officer and every firefighter on their days off tomorrow. No one has tomorrow off.
And it's crazy because there's 70,000 people that have come in the last 2 years into the country that have a, how do you call it, basically a high priority terrorist thing.
It got away.
Yeah, 70,000 came into the country.
And they
in the
got
last 2
away.
years. Yeah.
They have no idea where they are.
Syria, Afghanistan.
But
Right, yeah.
I'm not even as worried about the
And
United
yet they came on the
States,
plane with all the fucking bar lists and shit.
because they're coming in through Latin America and back up. I'm not as worried about the United States as I am for France and Sweden
Yeah,
and those European, Germany, because they've got even higher, they have more Middle Eastern refugees than we do that are of the jihad, the Muslim. We have some, but not near the numbers that they have.
Yeah.
Those are the nations that really gotta watch out, it's Europe. So we'll see. I'm hoping that it
Is
just
it
blows
response
over.
to the-
yeah.
It's the whole, yeah.
But they're
Well,
so fanatic that they could say, okay, we gotta
Good.
take arms.
They were showing video in Gaza today. The whole city's leveled. There's rubble in the street. It almost looks as bad as Detroit.
That's pushing.
Not quite that bad.
But isn't that on that's on Hamas? Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, but what else are you gonna
But
do?
there's a lot of crazy in the world, there's a lot of people.
Well, but here's the deal. So if you go back to the beginning, let's better shut this off or else we can get fired.